Hi, this is Renee from the Pierce Conservation District. Today we're going to talk about whether it's time to put your animals out on the pasture this spring. Usually I do a couple of assessments before I make that decision. One is the ground dry enough? My rule of thumb is if I don't want to drive out there with a vehicle for fear of making ruts or getting stuck, then I really think it's probably too wet to put my animals out because they're going to cause damage to the soil. They're going to compact it by walking around out there. So one of the really easy ways to tell if the ground surface is pretty wet is to find a molehill like this. Is it super dark? Does it look like it's wet? You can feel it. The other way to tell if your pastures are ready is the grass tall enough? Generally you want your bunch grasses like this tall fescue and also orchard grass and perennial rye to be at least 6 inches tall. So those are the three species that I call in my pasture the key species. These are the ones that I want in my pasture, so these are the ones that I'm going to be managing for. So you really want them to be at least 6 inches tall, and also you want them to be starting to develop the seed head, which if you peel this plant apart, you're going to start seeing the seed head developing right here. So the reason you want it to be at least 6 inches tall also is the growing points on the plant are super important for its health. So the growing points are where these first leaves start to divide away. So that's usually on this orchard grass is going to be 3 inches from the ground. So the plant stores a lot of nutrients in here. So you don't want your animals to graze into this, below this growing point, and then you want, more growth above that for them to eat. So, at least 6 inches, they're going to graze down to 3 inches, and then you're going to move them to another site.